There is many a tattooed person back there and a few around here. This is Richmond, Virginia. We go a little harder than that. So, how's everybody doing? There we go. Now we're talking. So, Allyson and Ben have asked me to begin with a small but important request, an ancient Jewish wedding custom. It's a bit solemn. It's a hard one, but these are hard times. It's called the silencing of the cell phones. So I need you to silence your phones. And see, I notice no one's getting their phones out. You have to actually get the phone out to silence it. I know you believe instinctively in your heart of hearts, but believe me, because family and friends, we ask that you put away your phones and the cameras and join us and fully in this moment. There will be photos, I promise. And there will be video too. I have 3 microphones on me to prove it. But here's the thing. There's never going to be a now. There's never going to be a moment just like this ever again. So we want you to be fully present in this moment and enjoy this sacred time. Thank you very much. Our service will begin in just a bit. Allyson and Ben will now circle one another, creating 7 circles, 7 in our Jewish tradition, symbolizing wholeness, completion, and peace. So take one step towards the middle. There you go. Stay right there for me. Okay, and you'll start circling and I'll count. This is number 1. You'll go that way. And this is number 2. And this will be the last one. Beautiful, and stay right there. Take 1 step back that way. Take 1 step forward that way. There you go. Okay, now your turn. This will be number 1. And this will be number 2. And then this will be the last one. Wonderful, and stand right back there. I'll take your bouquet for now. Okay, you're gonna hold hands, and you're gonna make a circle together. Allyson, walk towards me. Wonderful, all right, hold that. There we go. Let me get you centered here. Take 1 little step back. There we go, perfect. Is that good? Yeah, okay. Please be seated. Having drawn a boundary of love and devotion around each other, creating the sacred space of their new life together, I ask our couple join me in our first blessing. Baruchim aba'im b'shem Adonai. Blessed are those who have arrived in the presence of the divine. Today we are honored to be present at the coming together of Allyson and Ben, who wish to make their vows for a lifelong union in the presence of their family and of their friends. This ceremony is a reflection of who Allyson and Ben are, what their marriage will mean to them, and the values they share together. Now, some of us are Jewish, and some of us are not Jewish. Some of us are sort of Jewish, I've noticed. That is to say that for some of us, the elements you are already seeing seem a little bit different than what you may be used to. But family and friends, having been a rabbi for over a decade, officiating hundreds of weddings, I can tell you what I have learned. That love is love. And that a wedding is not just a religious experience, it's a human experience. So please know that in this moment, we are all in this together, even if some parts of this are entirely new and fascinating to you. And while this is a joyous occasion, we pause to honor those who are not able to be here, and we remember those beloved ones who are no longer with us, especially Allyson's grandmother and grandpa. Let's take a moment to hold them in our hearts and know that thinking of them makes this moment a more beautiful occasion. So I ask that you close your eyes, and don't worry, I'm going to tell you when to open them. Thank you. So our couple met the old-fashioned way, on Hinge, during a pandemic. How romantic, right? So it's March 2020, an amazing time to be alive, and our couple is texting, getting to know one another, and after a month, it was time to have some kind of date in some possible way. Turns out a little hard to do. So Allyson told me, we met at a coffee shop I suggested, which was closed due to COVID restrictions. We went to 3 coffee shops before we found one that was open. It was a very hot day in May, and one thing I learned about Ben is he rarely checks the weather. Still true? So he was wearing jeans as we were walking all over the city looking for an open coffee shop. I could tell he was so hot, but did not complain. And I can tell you why he didn't complain. Because when I asked Ben about this date, his exact words, capital letters as speech, "Our first date was incredible." So Ben said, "We probably met up at 12:30 or 1, and I don't think we left until 8. We sat and talked and drank coffee, and before we knew it, it was dark. We talked about everything and nothing all at the same time. We were joking and laughing, and I remember just really enjoying her company. It was like catching up with a friend you haven't seen in years." The conversation flowed so naturally, and they matched one another's energy and sense of humor perfectly. Our couple told me that they had never laughed so hard. Allyson went on to say that she knew from that moment that she wanted Ben to be part of her life, and she wanted to be part of his. And for Ben's part, that perfect first date just keeps rolling from one day to the next, to the next, to the next. It's incredible. They've known each other for 5 years, and yet he still learns new things about Allyson all the time. I asked our couple to share some memories of their time together that were meaningful to them. So they could have discussed anything in 5 years that has come their way. So much fun, so much joy. But instead, they both, by the way, not knowing that the other person had mentioned it, wanted to tell me about a beach trip that went horribly wrong. In 2022, our couple was moving into their first apartment together. However, there was a transitional period where Allyson's lease ended before the new one began. So Allyson put her things in a storage unit, packed a bag, and moved into Ben's small apartment while they waited for the new apartment to be ready. We've been there before. With boxes and bags everywhere, according to Ben, his place was pure chaos. And that chaos sets the stage for the next part of the story. Allyson and Ben, along with friends, went on a last-minute 4th of July weekend beach trip about 4 hours away. They left on Friday after work, and when they got there, they realized that they had left some essential items at home and had no choice but to drive all the way back to Richmond to go get them. Allyson said, "I was so angry and frustrated at myself." And Ben was so gentle and compassionate. And I should say this compassion and gentleness was coming from a man who told me he was not a fan of road trips. He's a 3-hour max drive kind of guy, so pushing it by an hour. But with Allyson, these moments aren't a pain or an annoyance. They are some of the best times you can have. Ben told me we blasted music and listened to podcasts, and we just talked and talked. It was an unexpected way to spend so much time together, but having that time uninterrupted with each other ended up being more fun than the weekend trip itself. Allyson recalled how much it meant to be in that moment with Ben. She told me, we talked about our life together and our hopes for the future. Ben was able to turn what could have been a frustrating and silent ride home into the most fun car ride of my life. He is such a positive light in my life. So, travel expert Peter Greenberg was once asked what in his mind was the best trip a person could ever go on. And immediately, or at least I think of a place like, Paris, a safari, maybe a cruise through the Bahamas. But his answer was incredibly poignant. Greenberg said, "The best journey you can take is with someone you love." If I can impart any spiritual wisdom on today, it's to be just like Allyson and Ben on that fateful 4th of July. Because Greenberg was right. The best trip you can take is with someone you love. And a human life, I believe, is the greatest journey ever. Why not enjoy that journey with another person who you love? It's just logical if you think about it. That's what Allyson and Ben are doing, and it's very, very exciting to be part of that. I know this couple is going to have an amazing life together because Allyson, Ben had a laundry list of reasons that he loves you. So Ben said, "I love her empathy, her intelligence, her thoughtfulness, and her humor. I love every conversation with her, and I love her presence. She is such a warm and gentle person. I love how she listens and cares and helps. I love her laugh and her smile and her patience. I love how smart and hardworking she is, and I love how determined she is. I love the effort she puts into hearing and seeing me. I love her voice. I could listen to her speak for hours. And how we can talk about absolutely nothing or stuff that's super nonsensical, but also have a deep and meaningful conversation. And I also love her love for a sweet treat." And when I asked Allyson what she loved about Ben, she mentioned her brother, like you do, I guess. Let me explain. Allyson's brother asked her this, "What do you love about Ben?" question a couple of years ago. And she instinctively blurted, "Everything." Now, in Allyson's mind, this is both cheesy, but it's still so true. Allyson said, "There isn't a single thing that I would change about Ben. He's one of the funniest people I know. He's so positive and optimistic, but also realistic and helpful in difficult or upsetting situations. I love the way his brain works. He's so interesting, creative, and thoughtful. I always love to hear his opinions on everything from his favorite chair, of which he has many. He's very into furniture design. I'm with you on that. To pop culture, to current events. He makes every single day better, and I can't imagine life without him. He is such a positive light in my life, and I hope he knows how much I admire and appreciate this quality in him." In the Jewish tradition, we talk about the idea of besheret, a soulmate. But that's actually not the right translation for besheret. Yes, the matchmaking of this couple comes from heaven or the divine or whatever word works for you. But ultimately, it's about the work that makes one a soulmate. It's focusing on the other person's happiness and health. It's building a home together that is always comfortable and cozy. It's never getting tired of the other person's singing, something Ben really hopes never happens. It's getting the morning coffee, still remembering to laugh. It's growing together through the good and the difficult times, of which there's going to be both. And to know that no matter what, you can rely, trust, and depend on one another. That at the end of the day, when your heads hit the pillow, you can see one another as soulmates and look forward to waking up next morning as soulmates again. So my prayer for Allyson and Ben is that they will have all of this and more. Can you hear that, son? May it be so. I think you've heard enough from me for just a moment at least. At this time, Allyson and Ben will share their words with one another. Who would like to go first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay. So this is for you. And I assume if it has your name written on it, that means you wrote it? Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to cry.
Go for it. Take your time.
Allyson, from the moment we first met, I was so impressed with you. Your kindness, your empathy, your intelligence, your incredible sense of humor, it left me enamored. And since that day, you've continued to prove just how wonderful you are. You've always encouraged and supported me, and I'm so grateful for that. Over the years, we've experienced and accomplished so much together, but when I look back at our relationship, it's not the big life events that I think about. It's the downtime, the time that we spend at home, the late night conversations, the endless jokes and laughs, and the never-ending cups of coffee. I often think about how lucky I am to have someone who I enjoy doing nothing with. But I also know that we can't do nothing all day. I know that life doesn't concern itself with just nothing. Life is messy and full of twists and surprises. It's happy and sad and confusing all at once. I can't promise that things will always be easy. I can't promise that we won't argue or disagree, but I can promise that I will always listen. I promise I will always be open and honest with you, that I will share my hopes and dreams with you, and that I will always be there for you when you do the same. I promise to always make you coffee, that I'll always ask if you prefer a chocolate blueberry or cardamom and apple tasting notes, and I will never forget to put a little bit of vanilla syrup in your lattes. I promise that I will never stop believing in you, that I will always respect you and appreciate you for who you are, as well as the person that you want to become. I promise to continue growing together and to always encourage you and embrace you, and to always encourage you to embrace new opportunities and help you when there are challenges. I love you more than the words on this card could say, and I'm so excited to start the next chapter with you. I know I will always have a home with you, and I will always be home with you, and I'm looking forward to building our life together.
You're really gonna make me top that? Ben, I am so excited to be here with you today in front of our family and friends to honor and celebrate our love and commitment to one another. Since these are my vows, I will be making some promises, but first, there are some things I want to thank you for. As I've said to Rabbi Patrick, to you, thank you for bringing so much positivity and light into my life. Thank you for being the calm to my chaos and keeping me grounded through all of life's ups and downs. Thank you for showing me how easy and effortless love can feel. Thank you for always filling our home with silly songs and dances. In case you were worried, still not tired of your singing. Thank you for always knowing exactly what I need after a long day, which 99% of the time is a sweet treat. Now, there are some promises I want to make to you today. I promise to always be right here by your side and love you unconditionally no matter what life may bring. I promise to listen openly and respond with compassion. I want you to know you can always trust and rely on me. I promise to keep laughing through all of life's ups and downs. I promise to keep life fun and hold joy in the everyday things, like that drive back from the beach. And as fun as that was, I promise to never leave my luggage at home again. Ben, you are truly one of a kind, and the love and connection we share is so precious to me. I really mean it when I say I can't imagine my life without you. and I am truly so grateful to know you. As your partner in life and love, I vow to be by your side today and always, and I'm so excited for our future together as husband and wife.
Take this first. I think a few people need some tissues out there among the family and friends, my goodness. We now present the rings, circles without beginning or end, symbols of love that is unbroken. May we have the rings. So you're going to give the ring to, so there you go, there you go. And then, yeah, right there, exactly. Perfect, thank you. So Ben, please place the ring on Allison's finger. You're allowed to assist if need be. Yeah, you can, there you go. Okay, there you go. And now I'm going to ask that you repeat after me. Ani.
Ani.
Ledodi.
Ledodi.
Vidodili.
Vidodili.
I am my beloved's.
I am my beloved's.
And my beloved is mine.
And my beloved is mine.
Beautiful. Allison, place the ring on his finger. You're allowed to help. And now, Allison, please repeat after me. Ani. Ledodi. Vidodili. I am my beloved's. And my beloved is mine. Beautiful. So throughout this ceremony, our couple have faced one another. Now, I ask that they face you, family and friends, as they will face the world together. Side by side, they are ezer kenegdo, sustainers beside one another. And I should also add, not only is ezer kenegdo a sustainer, it's also one who challenges, meaning challenges in a positive way, helping one to grow and see the world in new and incredible and exciting ways, which everyone here knows you're just gonna nail it on that. So Allison and Ben, thank you again for the opportunity to serve as your rabbi today. Please understand that this is not the end, this is the beginning. And on behalf of Kehila, Richmond's independent Jewish community, we are honored to have you play any role you would like in any way that you would like to, and to know that you are fully included in this really great adventure called life among people who love you. I will now offer the oldest prayer in Judaism, Birkat HaKohanim, the priestly blessing, with a little bit of a modern interpretation, and I'm going to need your help. So I'm going to say some things in Hebrew, and then you're going to say this phrase, Ken Yehi Ratzon. So let's try it. Hebrew, Hebrew, Hebrew. Ken Yehi Ratzon. You nailed it. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yismarecha. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Ya'er Adonai panav alecha v'chunacha. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasim lecha shalom. Ken Yehi Ratzon. May life bless you and protect you. May life shine upon you and elevate you. And may life bring you goodness and peace. By the promises you have made and the love you have shared before all of us, I pronounce you husband and wife. Ben and Allison, please seal your vows with a kiss. Mazel tov! Please rise, please rise, please rise. One more kiss. One more kiss. Thank you, family and friends. Thank you for being here in this sacred moment. Please join us in the lobby for cocktail hour.